Steve. Happy New Year to you. Welcome to the stream. Very first stream of the year. We're good to get things underway. Just give me a second, folks, while I check all the things. Make sure our audio is working, video. We're streaming to all 3 platforms, Twitch, Kick and YouTube, which I think we are. And we do have a question there from Aloha Steve, which I'll answer in a moment. Okay, cool. Let's also find some shelter because it started to rain. Happy New Year, by the way. Happy New Year. Okay. Alright, let's see. Aloha Steve says, quick technical question. I mainly use IRL Pro to stream, but I want to start using Mobin. I don't know which icon to push to show chat on the right side of the screen. Let me think about that. Now, do you have an iPhone? Need to ask that first and foremost. IRL Pro is an Android app. Mobin is an iPhone app. They do have a companion app called MoBlink for Android. Just need to make sure you've got the correct version. iPhone, okay, cool. Great. Ugh. Yuck. This weather. Happy New Year, guys. First stream of the year. It was okay before I started streaming, and well, not so good right now. Okay, got it. See if we can sit down up here. Okay, let's grab a seat up here. Hopefully, folks don't mind. Hello. How's it going? Just get comfortable. Might be here for a while. Okay, you have a Pixel 9 and an iPhone 12 mini. Fantastic. Let's see. Didn't you say something else? I think I'm missing a message. Yes, iPhone. Oh, okay. I don't know which icon to push to show chat on the right side of the screen. Is that so you can read the chat on your phone screen? Is that what you mean? Okay, maybe I should screen share. I'll show you how I'm using Mobin. Also, I think we've got some water droplets on our lens here. I'm try and wipe those. Ah, no, I don't have my cloth. Okay. No, I can't, unless I hand wipe it. Do I have anything else? Do I have any other cleaning cloths? No. I'm going to try this. This is not good for this kind of thing. And probably made it worse. Maybe. You shouldn't be using these to wipe your lenses. Okay, alright. I'm going to show you my Mobin, which I use in portrait mode. Let's see. Start broadcast. Now you can only use it in portrait mode like this if you've got an external camera. Otherwise, you'd use it in standard mode like this. So I know it's sideways at the moment, but that's how most people would use Mobin, especially if you're using the internal cameras. Okay. Now there's a quick button in order for you to change from portrait to landscape mode, which you could probably see as a dark blue button. Portrait. Is there one to show chat? Okay, so there's probably two concepts regarding chat. Now firstly, there's the chat that you can see and that I can see. So see this here? See that chat? That's only for me, right? And then if you want to have a chat that your viewers can see, like what I have at the bottom, I have that set up inside of OBS. So I can't see that one at the bottom. I read this one here. Now to see this chat, there is actually a button, right? That purple button that I've got, that is for an interactive chat. So I can type something in here and say, oh, okay, well, in that case, let's see. First I'll say hello. So that's the one that I'm using, right? Okay, right, so for that chat, you need to go to settings, chat, you see chat, which is streams, scenes, chat. Okay, it is enabled, so make sure that is enabled, right? Then I've got text-to-speech enabled so I can hear what people are typing in chat. But also near the bottom, there is a shortcut for streaming platforms. Click on that one, where you'll have options for your Twitch, for your Kick, obviously, or YouTube. Now, if you're only going to stream to Kick, you'll pop in your details there. If you're going to stream to Twitch, you can log in. So log in, channel name, channel ID. Once you've signed in, then it's going to have your title, category, which you can change from here, alerts, if you want to be notified of all those things, okay. Toasts, so if you want to see toasts for these things, I'll go back to Kick since you're on Kick. So I've got the channel name, so you can sign in here. Channel name, it'll show you your title and your category if you want to change it to something else. Same thing with alerts, so you can enable these alerts if someone subscribes, gets subs, rewards, that sort of thing. So these are things that you'll see on your chat. Toast, so you've got options here as well. So you just sign into your platforms here. Cool. Or just the one. So if you just stream for Twitch, just stream to Kick, just stream to YouTube, just put that in. Since I'm streaming to all three platforms, I had them all signed in. Now one specific thing about YouTube is sometimes you'll have to press this fetch video ID button because it'll initially try when you start or go live inside of Mobin, but then it might stop. It just depends how soon after you press the go live button and when you're streaming to, let's say, to the platform, whether it's going to fetch that video ID. Now because I have my phone, Moblin, and I also have my OBS, so I need to go live in my phone first to my OBS, and then I need to tell my OBS to stream so that it is streaming to Twitch, Kick and YouTube. Yucky weather, really yucky. Can't help but look. I'm hoping it's going to fine up, but I think we might be stuck here. I don't know if you can hear the thunder. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, guys. Okay, so once you've done that, you've signed in, right? The next part, and you've enabled your chat. So you probably want to go into text-to-speech. You can choose a voice. So what voice would you like to hear? How long the pause between messages will be. So just go through all of these things. If you wanted to read out usernames, if you just want to hear subscribers only, I think there might only be for Twitch. So I wish they could be a little more clearer on that. Twitch subscribers will give you options for that. There's a whole bunch of stuff in here. So just explore what they all do, you know. So filters. Oh yeah, so a filter is if you don't want it to read messages from a specific user, like my bot. I don't want to hear my bot messages, so I'll put that in there. Got another bot in there. So anything that you don't want to hear, or a specific user, like it could be a bot, or maybe there's that one guy who keeps yeah, that one guy who you don't like, perhaps, I don't know. You don't want to read out their TTS messages, then you would put it in here. So the thing with my chat is I want to see what my bot is doing, but I don't want to hear what my bot is saying. So that's what I do for that. Nicknames, so for regular viewers, let's say if they've got a username where the TTS doesn't quite pronounce it properly. So I've got one user on Kick, Moldy, so shout out to Moldy, who pops into my chat. The TTS will read out his name incorrectly, so for the longest time I'm saying Maury or variations of that. I've tried to tweak it so that it would pronounce it a little bit better. But yeah, let's say someone has a name that's not in English or in your native language, then you could change it to something else, that username. Or let's say someone will pop into chat and say, hi, my name is Zoe, but their username doesn't have Zoe in the name, then you could put that in there, give them a nickname, and when they say hello, it'll read out to you, Zoe says, hi Cliff. That way you can acknowledge them. Oh, hey Zoe, how are you doing? How are you? So lots of cool things like that this app Mobin has. Right, we're going to go to display and I think local overlays. So in here we want to be able to see the chat. So we've got chat off, we want to enable that. So chat is on. Do you see that? Now it'll always be in the top left hand corner. So these are all the things that I have enabled for my local overlays. So I've got camera, mic, OBS remote control, alerts, chat and viewers. I've turned off Zoom and I've turned off stream. On the right side we've got audio level, system monitor, ingest, moblink. So I've got all these things. So you can turn on whichever ones that you find helpful. Nothing bonding, round trip time, bonding RTTS. Browser widgets, do I need that? I don't think so. I'll turn that one off. Uptime, bitrate, DJi device, yes, remote control. So these are all things that I use. And then bottom right you can turn on the zoom presets, which I currently have off. So we enable that. I don't think it has a zoom preset for an external camera, only your internal ones. So that's why I'm just going to go back. Settings, display, local overlays, right to the bottom, turn on zoom presets. Yeah, okay. And then you'll be able to see your chat. So I'm just going to turn my screen back to landscape mode, and I can see the chat. So I hope that answers your question for you. Yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Thank you for your question. Well, I'm going to take a photo. Okay, you are welcome. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, whew, I thought I lost my lens cap. I was so worried there for a second. Hey, no worries. Happy to help. Now, what kind of photo? We're going to try and take a photo with the Fuji. Now, there is a very high likelihood that this won't work. Very, very high. But we're going to try anyway. So, fingers crossed. Yeah, we're going to be here for a bit. Be here for a little while. Check out this weather. See? Yes. Oh dear. Oh, it worked. Woo. Now, I think I found a trick that will make my Fuji camera connect to the Nighthawk. So basically, I turn the camera on, I unplug the power from the Nighthawk, plug it back in again, and for some reason that will sort of rejiggle things for the Fuji so we can see the Nighthawk. That's my temporary fix until I can find something that the Fuji will connect to all the time. I don't have to do a little life hack. Okay. I can, yes, I can indeed switch. Now, inside of my mobile, I've got scenes, and this is all your cameras, or doesn't necessarily have to be a camera, but usually a camera. Now at the top there, you'll be able to see that I've got A4 enabled, which is my Action 4 scene. I've also got front, back. I've got one that is empty. The idea of that was so that I could save power, but I don't think I need that one. I believe I chose that one so I could test out Mobin as a chat app, but without it streaming it wasn't really working the way that I thought it would. I think you need to have two phones, two iPhones, one which is a this weather. Anyway, so we're going to go turn on the back camera. So I've got two scenes now, one which is the A4 scene, Action 4, one which is the back camera. If you click into there, you can name it anything else, but back just makes sense, right? The video source is the back wide, right? But you can choose any of these others. I've got a rotation, so play around with all these settings. This one just I'm saying there. You can add widgets to your scene. Now I've got these ones here. We've got a screen capture, we've got movement snapshot. We could have the Action 4 inside of the back camera as a picture-in-picture mode. We've got the front wide, so you can do picture-in-picture with this just by adding another camera as a widget to the scene. So this, for example, on the A4 scene, we could add a widget for the back wide camera. Oh yeah. Can you see? So my little preview stop playing. Now we've got two things happening at the same time. Yeah, we've got... It doesn't look great, because normally you'd only have one on at a time, right? You wouldn't have... Do we have audio? And this one do audio? Hello. What was that? Okay, my little preview just stopped working. Okay, the portrait mode. Come on, preview. Audio. Just my preview there. Okay, it doesn't want to play while I've got all these things open. So, I'm just going to go back to settings, scenes, going to turn off the back camera. Also, the A4, and then turn off backlight. And now a little preview will start playing. You did that, eh? So you can. There you go. That is very possible. Look at this. How many interesting photos can we get from this one angle? Hey, no worries. I need someone to walk past. Okay, I'm going to wait a little bit. Why not? And then we'll get into today's topic, which was 2026. An introspective for IRL. An IRL introspective. And change our aperture. I'm going to go 5.6, even though it's quite dark. And 1600. Now we have to open it up. I guess we'll go to F2. Okay. I think that was okay. Yes, we'll see. Wait, did I take a photo? Yeah, I did. Now that is one difference. When I use this camera, if I take a photo, it uploads. Whereas with my camera app, I can choose whether I want to keep that photo or not. Oh yeah, and let's see, I haven't finished. We go to settings, we'll go to display and then quick buttons. You see right there at the very top I've got a quick button for the chat. Now that is the purple button that I've got in my sort of near bottom right of my screen share. Now if we click on it, you can give it a colour, so it is a purple, right? That's why I have coloured icons here. And then you can choose what page your icon is. So this one that you see here, that's page 1. So you can have a page 2 or page 3. Ooh, yucky. Now if you're okay with just this chat, this one doesn't scroll, you know, so you can miss messages, whereas the other one, if I tap here, that quick button, this chat does scroll, so you can go back quite a fair way. And you can also type messages in the chat too, so you can type messages to Twitch if you have that set up, or you can type message to Kick, or both, if both of those are enabled, you know. Welcome. So I'll just send a message. It even read out my message. Actually, I do want to have that in there. Sometimes with StreamerBot, I'll have it send messages as myself, or send messages as my bot. I have it send messages as my bot, the things that I don't want to hear in my TTS. But if there's something I do want to hear, like someone subscribed or something big, then I will have StreamerBot send a message as myself. Okay, alright, so I'm going to turn off the screen share. I don't think we need it. Right? You can turn that off for now. That way you can also see a little bit of what I'm looking at. Yeah. Also, I can turn... Oh, here's another thing that's important, which you may not know about. I'm probably sure a few of you will. Someone else who's new to mobile may not know. But I would... Oh, hold on. We need the screen share. You want to go into settings, streams, where you've set up your stream, and then for your stream, I'm using Balabox Cloud. I've enabled background streaming. It's very important. That way you can exit out of your app and you will still stream. Now, because I'm using an external camera, I can actually turn off the phone and it'll continue working. So if you're using the internal cameras of the iPhone, those cameras won't continue working. They will only work while your screen is on. So that's why I use an external camera all the time. It's better than my phone's cameras. It's wider. Stabilization is really great. And fairly on par with what the iPhone can do with its best cameras and low light. So yeah. In fact, if you guys see, I only have the A4 scene inside of my notebook. I don't have the back, the front. I don't use any of the others anymore. Now, if I do need to use them, I can always go into the settings, you know, settings, scenes, and turn on the back camera, the front one if I want to. Excuse me. Wow. I don't really want to be here. You know, not stuck in this one spot. Not for the entire stream. We might not have a choice. So, hello, Happy New Year. How are you? Welcome to the stream. I saw your message. IRL videos are coming. We're going to change things up this year. I technically have one video on my channel. It's not a tutorial, but it's something, and that is the portion of my stream that went down. I recorded the New Year's Eve fireworks, and I uploaded it later that night. I was thinking, oh no, you know, I can't just leave my live stream like this. That live stream went bonkers. 18,000 views on my channel, and I recall hearing that I had at one point 500, maybe even nearing 1,000 viewers who tuned in for the New Year's Eve celebrations. It's just a shame, a real big shame that it died on us. You know, when I needed it, it died on us. In hindsight, you know, I'm thinking, oh, I could have done this, I could have done that, and that would be a part of today's stream. We could do that. Yeah, be safe, especially with the thunder going off. There's plenty of tall things around us that will attract lightning, but you never know. You never know. Especially with so much water about. Wow, that's so bad. Now, I'm just going to check the rest of my YouTube description. So I wrote up our topic there. I just need to find it. So, one of the things I wanted to talk to you guys about in terms of an IRL introspective was the New Year's Eve. You know, what happened, what we could have done better, that sort of thing. So we're going to cover that. No, don't want to do that, no. And then also, what can we look forward to in the coming year, 2026, right? Announcements. There wasn't a Pocket 4 in December like some people thought there would. Those rumours sounded pretty valid. I even gave it some credence. I thought, maybe it'll happen, you know? Let's see. Give me a second. I need to go back to my chat. Jade. Jade Farah, do you offer stream setup consulting? And not at the moment. I'm not really set up for that kind of thing. The best way to get advice on me is from my YouTube channel videos. I know it's not the same, especially because everyone's scenario is quite different. But that's all I can do at the moment. So I can figure something out. And I have been asked a couple of times about it. Do you offer consulting services, or, you know, can you help me with this and that? I just need to work out a thing for that. Stay tuned. Maybe 2026 will be the year where I figure it out. Yeah, YouTube videos, check out the channel. I'll try to supply options there. If you have an Android phone, if you're on mobile or iPhone, I mean, Android, iPhone, if you've got a PC, if you've got a Mac. I'll try to think of everything. And in my latest series, which was for 2025, I kind of have like a pick-apart type thing, where, you know, you'll start off with a very general video, and then if you have an iPhone, if you had Android, then it'll splinter off into different directions. Same thing with the type of connection you have. If you can do port forwarding, or perhaps a service like BallerBox will work. So there's that too. And then of course for 2026 I want to start a new series. Now one of those I'm thinking of revisiting IRL Pro. There hasn't been anything new from IRL Pro in a year, but I've had very specific questions about IRL Pro Kick. So that combination I've been asked about. Lots with Kick actually. How do you stream to Kick? How do you multi-stream, which I haven't really covered in detail, I think. So there's all these topics that I still have to cover. I think I'm just going to try and simplify my videos. I have formerly highly scripted my ones, and just the thought of trying to write up a script for my next video is kind of slowing me down. Also, my live streams are a great place to ask me questions. So like right now, when I stream, which is every Friday from 2 p.m. New Zealand Standard Time, tune in, and then if you have a question, just write up all your questions and I'll try and answer those while I'm live. iShowSpeed's setup, you need a lot of money. You need to be making iShowSpeed money for his setup. I knew what his setup was around October, but I think he's gone through a couple of upgrades since then. We can talk about it. Actually, it's kind of like a combination of things for his, because I was actually looking at it. You need to be making bank, making all the bank, okay? I need to find my my thing still. Hold on. Where's our description? Where is my current live? Where is it? Apparently my live that we're doing right now on YouTube doesn't exist yet in my studio on my phone. It doesn't exist, guys. We're not actually live. How about that? Type live. Okay. I got another idea. I'm going to go to the YouTube app. We're going to go to a view channel, okay, where there is my live. We're going to go play next in queue. I'm going to get some echo maybe. Okay, I found it. Today's description. Happy New Year everyone, and welcome to the first IRL live stream of 2026. So let's talk about the New Year's Eve live streaming. The what ifs and what could, and I could have done this in hindsight. So we can look back and think, oh, you know, it could have done this, could have done that, because the stream died when we needed it most. It died just before midnight. We missed the fireworks. I was eventually able to show you guys some photos and video of the fireworks, but it, you know, it's not the same. So we want to talk about that. Also, what we'd like to see come to our space in the coming year for hardware and software. Some announcements we're expecting, like the DJi Action, DJi Pocket 4, probably be in Action 7, iPhone 18 Pro Max. We're also continuing our test of the photography camera. Well, we can't do that today because It's in a state at the moment where it's not working, so no go. But I do have the Fuji, we can take photos with the Fuji. So that's our switch up. And StreamerBot disconnect protection, which is kind of stable. I've been working on further stream updates and questions from the comments, the questions from you guys, which I think we might address first. So I've answered a couple of questions already, and then we had one about ISO speed setup. So let's answer that first, right? Okay, I'll close that for now. Alright. So firstly, gear. Last time I checked on him, he was using a Sony FX6 or 3. I think he went through both. But it is a cinema camera. It's quite a big camera. And has all the best everything. So that itself is around, I think, 6,000 New Zealand dollars. So it's a lot of money. It's some serious bank. Then you also have the lenses that he uses. His lenses are quite wide. I think they're around 16mm to 35. That range. And also, not just their regular lens, it's their premium G Master. And that lens was, I believe, 4,000 New Zealand dollars. So just the camera gear alone, it's like 10,000 New Zealand dollars, or maybe 5,000 US. So, you know, now that gear is quite heavy. It's not something you can pick up like what I'm doing right now and hold like this for an hour, maybe even 5 minutes. You couldn't hold it like this for very long. So to handle the gear, you need someone else. You need a cameraman to do that. So is your friend willing to be your camera guy, holding your $10,000 worth of gear for everywhere that you go? So you got your camera gear, you need good audio. Now I think I've seen him go through different iterations of microphones. I believe at one stage he had the Holiday Larkin 2, which I have. Great mic, but it just looks weird with the furry windshield. So I think he dumped that. And then may have gone to the DJi Mic 2. I'm not sure if he went to the Mic Mini. And right now I don't know what he's using. But I would say he would need a microphone that lasts 10 hours, because his streams can be quite long. Purgatory Games, Happy New Year. Yeah, so you need mics that will last a long time, that's going to do okay without much interference. The mic Mini is a great mic. I mean, it's what I'm using right now. He could have the Mic 3 now, which gives you onboard recording, so there'd be a backup for his YouTube videos. Or he might be on something else now. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. Right, so you got your video, you got your audio, but how do you stream it? Well, I believe he has a LiveView Solo Pro. He did last time I checked. I'm going off knowledge that's maybe a couple months old now. Now that itself is, I think, 1,600 New Zealand dollars, so 800 US. That's just for the LiveView Solo. Now for that you would need modems. I don't know how much they are. And you might need quite a few modems, so maybe 4. Like, I don't recall his stream going down very often. So yeah, he probably has like 4 modems, and he could afford it, you know. And batteries. So you'd need enough batteries to keep all their gear charged. So we're talking about like a, is the FX, is it full frame? It should be, right? Yeah, you got a full frame camera. You've got the camera, you've got the live view, maybe lighting. So those are your main things. Probably enough battery to charge other stuff as well. Like his phones, you know, his phones will be getting late, so we need to charge those. So there'll be a lot of batteries. Maybe So at least a 50,000 mAh battery, at least, and he probably has like 2. And this is the camera guy. So ISO speed, he's the entertainment. He's not handling any of this, except when they switch to like GoPro, I think. He has a GoPro sometimes, or maybe he has an action camera. Because I've seen him switch to them when he does more like he's been on roller coasters and that sort of stuff. So he has a thing to switch. So for IRL, would you need to create your own stream ID in the case? Well, I've actually added a stream ID to today's setup. You don't need one. Oh actually, you have a stream ID with the Battlebox Cloud, but if you need to switch to 440, hear me, I've actually added a stream ID for that. And that is a backup in case I have another problem like we did in New Year's. So this is something I really want to test. I don't know how to get into that situation again, where the internet just drops to 50 kilobits and won't recover. Now my plan, next time it happens, which probably has to be a really big event with thousands of people, I will start off initially with Battlebox Cloud. If it stops working, I'm going to switch to port 40 and see if it'll work, because in the moment it was saying that it could not connect to BC, Battlebox Cloud. So I wonder if it would work if I switch to port 40. So port 40 doesn't have bonding, my port 40 setup. So maybe it's a bonding thing to do with Battlebox Cloud, or I don't know. There's so many factors, so many variables. I'm not sure what's causing that sort of disconnect issue, but I need a way to get around it. Let's see, and then in terms of ISO speed, I think that's everything, right? Now recently he's been on the bus. He did that tour of the US, and he had everything on the bus. I think he had like multiple, what are those, Starlinks on the bus. Very handy. It's basically you just got like a portable studio on the road. So you just need to be within range of the bus in order to have your internet, for your Wi-Fi and everything. So I think that's all I've got. Now he's big enough, he could have everything in the cloud. I'm sure any of the hosting companies would love to sponsor him, So he could be with IRL Toolkit, he could be with IRL hosting. There's a number of services, anti-scuff, that provide OBS in the cloud. You can put everything on there, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's on a thing like that, sponsorship deal. Just needs to have them in his bio or whatever. Or he's big enough he could just pay for it, right? That way he doesn't have to put any labels or brands on his thing. He can afford to be picky. Yeah, so those are the 3 that I know: anti-scuff, IRL hosting, and IRL Toolkit. I've only used one of them, which is IRL hosting. For a while I had a RTMP endpoint with them, similar to Battlebox Cloud, but it's RTMP, and it's very handy if you just want a simple connection, simple setup, like poultry, unlimited IRL. Here's another one. All that for him. TV work for him. I'm pretty sure he runs through TV cloud service. I've only started hearing about TVU. It's a new one for me. But yeah, that wouldn't surprise me at all. Yeah, it'd be one of those big companies. Oh, okay. IRL toolkit, yeah. So let's see. There's 4 there. Anti-scuff, IRL hosting, IRL toolkit, and unlimited IRL. Do research, have a look around. From what Poultry mentioned in other live stream, anti-scuff are one of the more affordable options. But they had a lot more. So it's 720, I think 30 or 60, 1080p 60, and then World's your oyster. Depends how deep your pockets are. Followed me ages ago. Oh, okay. But they are industry, so they usually work with news networks, etc. Okay, got it. Yeah. Seeing the numbers that he pulls, they were probably more than happy to get involved. Like a girl, IShowSpeed was here in Auckland, and it was insane what was happening. Like, he could go anywhere, basically. He went up to Sky City, where we were for New Year's Eve, and he went to all the various, what are those things? So they've got experiences, is that the word? So I tried to go through one with my gear. They say, oh no, you know, please don't live stream in there. So I wanted to respect their decision. That was for the Weta workshop there. Very cool, highly recommend you go check it out. So, okay, cool, can I take photos while I'm in there? And is it okay if those photos pop up in my stream? They're okay with that? So, yep, sweet. So we tried that out. It was okay, not the same as when you're live, right? So when you're live, you know, your viewers can see what it's like, and they're like, oh, this is so cool, I want to go here. So we're missing that side of things. So hopefully one day places like that will be a little more open to live streaming. But with IShowSpeed, no problem. They just walked them through. They could see all the numbers of people following them around. They said, oh, please come through here. And in fact, they wanted to give them like the premium VIP treatment as you go through all the sections inside of a Weta workshop. But it was too slow for speed. It was like, oh, can we just cut through? Let's just move on. Because usually you'd spend some time, maybe about 90 minutes, exploring Weta workshop. So he just wanted to go there, next kind of thing. So that was pretty funny. Me, I for sure, being a creative person, would have wanted to enjoy that VIP treatment, you know. So he went through that, he went through the All Blacks experience. He was greeted by one of the All Blacks, which I was like, whoa, that's pretty cool. One of the All Blacks are there, former All Blacks. So yeah, pretty insane. But he pulls numbers, and it was like a rock star was in the city. There were like dozens, hundreds, I don't know if it's hundreds of people, but there was a lot of people in the city just chasing after him. Yeah, IRL live stream. That's kind of the pinnacle. That's the pinnacle of IRL, to be on his kind of level. I'm okay being somewhere in the middle. Is that in the middle? I'm okay with it. Who was that? Journal NW. Hello. Happy New Year from Auckland. A very, very wet first stream for 2026. Hopefully it's a lot better in Welly. We've been stuck here in this one spot. I got the Fuji camera, I've been taking photos. And yeah, this is kind of the best I can do. Trying to get a creative shot in this quarter. So we've got different angles of this place here. Oh, is it? Lucky you. Yeah, probably. Our weather is headed your way. Sorry about that. Yeah? Why is it dark? No! Oh, did I take a blank photo? I did too. Oopsie. So that's the problem. With the setup, I can't sort of check first. You know, if I've taken a photo, even if it's done, it still transfers. The camera though, you know, you get to sort of have a look first and then choose keep. They can still be done, but less likely to get photos of the ground, of the sky, of nothing. Why is there two come through twice? Okay, right, so we've talked about ISO speed and his setup. Thank you, Poultry, for sharing some knowledge with us. So TVU. Okay, now let's go back to our main topic, and that was New Year's Eve. Let's start there. As you guys know or may not know, we live streamed New Year's Eve celebrations here in Auckland. There was a lot of fun. The folks in town, they were very cheerful. I didn't see any dramas. I didn't see much in the way of drunkards or troublemakers. Maybe a passed out person here or there, which, you know, you can understand. But overall, I think the vibes were good. We head towards the viaduct where there are thousands of people. And we're okay in one spot until I decided to be clever. I did a similar thing at Christmas in the park, moved, and then we got disconnected for ages. In fact, it was the same kind of disconnect too. So I have to figure out how to get that to happen and how to fix it. So my idea that I mentioned earlier, which was to switch streams from using Battlebox Cloud for forwarding. I think that might work. I got a good feeling about that. At least that'll eliminate maybe one possibility, and that is that maybe there's a bonding thing. It's a bonding issue in Melbourne, so that if the internet is really, really rough, if it's struggling, then it kind of gets stuck. I actually need to record it, so I've got some kind of visual reference. So just do a screen recording when that happens next time. Let's go over some what ifs, what could I have done differently, and what else should I call it? What ifs, hindsight stuff. So what ifs, and I could have done this in hindsight. Easy to do that now. Where's that music coming from? But I think that one of the things that I realized a little bit later was that I just needed to go out of range of whatever was causing the disconnect and then to come back again. So that seemed to fix things after the fireworks were over. Now I had enough time, I was looking at the VOD, that I could have done that, come back, so move just a block away on the e-scooter, where it could find an internet that it could connect to, and then come back, and then maybe we could have caught the fireworks then. So that's a maybe, you know, it's too late now. So that's one thing in hindsight. Oh yeah, music. Very random. Do they get told off? I can see some security looking guys across from me. Saying, bro, too noisy, you turn it out. You need a license to play music here. Yes you do. Okay, So that's probably one thing I could have done. Another thing I was thinking about after, way too late, but I could have set up a camera, like a web camera in my home setup, pointed at the sky tower. So this is not IRL camera, it's just like a web camera pointed at sky tower, because I can see it from my apartment. So if it did disconnect, that BRB scene, rather than playing video clips, would actually switch to the web camera instead. So I could have replaced the BRB with a web camera view. So at least then we would have had like a live video of the event. Alternatively, I could have had on the BRB scene some website that was streaming it live. So there were a couple of official sites that had like drones and stuff, that kind of thing. So that is the other thing I could have done on the BRB scene. So at least, you know, I was there, it disconnected, went to BRB, but the BRB had a video of the fireworks, live. So that's the other thing. So two things. First thing, move out of range, come back again, move out of range of the bad internet, come back again with good internet stream, set up the BRB scene so that it had some kind of live footage of the sky tower. You know, so even though I couldn't interact with you guys would still be able to celebrate the event. And I'm saying this for you guys so that, you know, if you're in a similar situation where you could have something else to switch to. So imagine some kind of big live event, Comic-Con, TwitchCon, whatever con, then you've got something else at that event that you can switch to while you're disconnected. Maybe someone else's stream. Hopefully they don't disconnect at the same time. Anything else? What do you think? Well, those are the two things I can think of. Can you think of anything else? Maybe my BRB scene had clips of last year's fireworks. Did I live stream it? No, kind of. Yeah, actually I did. I think I did live stream last year, or did I record it as a video? Don't remember. Yeah, there are photos taken. That's the other thing I could have done. I could have switched to slideshow mode. For example, this is something else I could have done. Let's see if it's going to pop up for me. So see how we've got the camera in the bottom left hand corner? If I came back from being disconnected, at least I was there. But, you know, maybe if my photography camera was still uploading, we could take photos and then they would pop up. Oops, not quite happy with that one, but I think it's going to transfer anyway. So we've got like a dual upload. So these are all photos from this one spot. How many interesting photos can we get of just this area? I need to delete some of these. So which one are the photos? Come on, preview. No, my preview doesn't want to play for me. testing we have a problem. Getting duplicates. It's not supposed to have duplicates. Oh, although I haven't fully tested the thing for Fuji photos. So maybe there's a difference in from the camera app, which I've been using more, versus the Fuji one. So let's see, photo 12. Let's see, Vibes. Hey Vibes, how's it going? Hello, welcome and welcome to the stream. Happy New Year. Hope your one was good. Okay, so we're going to delete that one, and then say 12 and 12, 11, maybe 10. So let's remove number 10. And then I think 1878 was the blank photo maybe. Right, how many photos do we have now? We should have 10, right? Still buggy as. Alright, so that one was number 10, so maybe 8. Let's have a look. Which one was photo 8? I want to delete the blank photo. Oh no, maybe photo 9? Actually, I'll turn on the screen share so you can see what I'm doing. It hasn't stopped raining since we've started. It's just been raining the whole time. Photo 7. So we're going to use a command, photo 7. Now I'm thinking this will be the blank photo. No. Photo 6. Right, okay, so remove photo 6. This is all streamer bot, by the way. Oops. Remove photo. I've got it, 6. Alright, let's try a slideshow again. Now, we shouldn't have those 2 duplicate photos and the blank photo. Oh no, we do have some duplicates. Photo 10. What did I need to start doing? So this should be photo 1. Christmas tree photo 1. Oh, we've got duplicates on everything. So 2 is a duplicate. 3. Let's see, 4 is a duplicate. Yeah, 4. So 2 and 4. Even numbers. 5. Need to remove that. So 2. Oh, you know what? The list will shuffle around, as I remove them. So what was 3 is no longer number 3 anymore. Okay, so let's get rid of photo 2. I shouldn't really bother with this. So we'll remove that. So now it's like 1, 2. So photo 3 will be I'm gonna wait for it to loop around. Remove photo 2. So we'll have a new photo 1, a new photo 2, so it's the photo 3 down here. 3. Now if I had an umbrella we could go for a walk. I didn't bring the chest down either, so that makes taking photos a bit hard. So we should have a good photo 1. Yeah, so photo 3 will be a duplicate. Yeah, okay. Remove 3. So we go 1, 2 will be okay. The new 3. So get rid of photo 3, which will be the blank photo. So 1, 2, 3 will be okay. Wow! It's not getting any better, guys. Let's look at the brown again because I've forgotten. What's in the list now. So photo 1, 2 and 3 will be okay. You guys getting the hang of this? So 1 is okay. 2 is okay, 3 should be okay, and it won't be a blank photo. Yeah. So 4 will be a duplicate. Yeah. So remove 4. False. It's not supposed to be adding duplicates. So definitely got to go. Oh, hold on. I think there's 3, right? So 3, 4, 5 won't be a blank photo. Yeah. And what about 6? 6 a duplicate? So 6 is okay. 7? Oh, okay, we're okay now. We're good. Now if I take a new photo, we're going to get another duplicate. I'll take a close-up photo of the tree. Hey, where's the lights gone? It was all lit up before. Exposure. All lit up like a Christmas tree. Now, switch back to cam 1. Are we going to get a duplicate photo? So see there, 1881. What? Yeah. 1881. Oh. Yeah. Breakage Reno on the photo, but no duplicate. So that's photo 6. Okay, let's have a look at, we're going to go photo 5. We were in slideshow mode then, so maybe when we're not in slideshow mode, when we see the preview thing, so I have like a preview pop up and then I had the full screen pop up. So I think it's creating 2 when we had the 2 things happen. Yeah, alright. 6. So I'm thinking, we'll take one now. I reckon I'm going to get 2 photos. So photo 7. Photo 7 will be a duplicate. We have a new photo, which will be photo 6, and then I'll say a second one. So this is photo 6, 1881. Huh? Wait. I took that one while we were in 1882. So we are live troubleshooting our photography thing. 5, 6 and 7. Are we going to have a duplicate? Probably not. Oh yeah, we do. So we've got a duplicate now. So I can only take photos when I'm in slideshow at the moment for them to not duplicate. So we're going to go latest photo, which is photo 9, so I want to remove that one. Wait for it to finish. So 8 will be okay. I think 6 and 7 are so I'm going to go photo 6, so 1881, and then photo 7. Yeah, okay, so I'll remove photo 7. Shouldn't have duplicates, right? Okay, we'll go slideshow mode. Yeah, need to fix this. Future clip when you review the pod later on. Please fix this. Can't have this buggy stuff happening. And I have to use the Fuji camera or that thing inside of Streamable. Okay, 1. Photo 2 is okay. Oh, 3, 4. I lost track. 5. Next one, 5. Camera 5, 6. is looking up. 7 is the close-up of the tree. 8 will be the top of the tree. And then that it? Yep, okay, cool. So I'm going to take a photo while we're inside chat, right? That way we won't have a duplicate. Someone left their lunch here, they're messy. Transfer it. This will be photo 8 maybe? 1883. And will it pop up straight away? Oh yeah, straight away. How many more photos can we take in this one spot? Another idea, so I can see some cool thing there. I think I would have taken one like this. It's a little bit different. Should we do a double exposure? Wait, did we get a duplicate? We did while we were still in slideshow mode. Oh, I exited out of the slideshow. Yeah? Maybe. Wow, breakage arena. Yeah, no more photos, not while it's this broken. It's too broken. Oh, hello. Hi, Sally. Welcome in. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. My mod is not very good. I won't try, so it's embarrassing. Ugh. Hope the New Year's been a good one. Okay, we'll kill the camera. We're talking about 2026, the year there will be. So we did a live stream before the New Year's Eve live stream where we look back on 2025. This is more of a stream where we're looking at the future. And immediate future is to fix that gallery upload thing for the Fuji camera. I think it's okay for the camera app. So there's different things. So one for the camera app, one for the Fuji, and another one for us to upload using OneDrive. So the camera app uses Google Drive. But if I use OneDrive instead, then it's like a whole different folder. Yeah, more the chill stream than the New Year's Eve one. I would actually like to take you around the city, but I'm not dressed for this, not this weather, you know. Look at this. So it's a light drizzle now. It's not as bad as it was. It's still not great. And I wish I had my chest mount too. I forgot to bring the chest mount. Okay, right, so we have covered the New Year's Eve live stream, the Waters, and what I could have done and better in hindsight. So we covered a couple of options, things maybe to look for, you know, next year if we do another New Year's Eve live stream, or if there's another real big event like that, then I'll try to record and keep them in mind and refer back to this live later. Also, what we'd like to see come to our space, IRL space, in the coming year, for example, hardware and software. There'll be an announcement for the Pocket 4. Rumor was that it would be early 2026, which is what I was thinking it would be. We were hoping maybe they were going to release it early, but it appears their ban was just for the drones. I'm not sure if it's like global DJi altogether, but it was definitely a drone thing in the US, and that's where they might have tried to release the Pocket 4 earlier. They didn't, so they're sticking to their schedule. So if we might hear something about it in the coming weeks. That girl's doing nothing. Like, next to nothing. Like, good for her. I don't think they're dressed for the weather though. Alright, Pocket 4. And we've got the Action, Action 7. I want them to add optical image stabilization. That's what I'm hoping for in either the Action 7 or the 8. I think they could make it happen within 2 generations if they wanted to. The variable aperture, great for the 6. Yeah, hopefully they'll bring optical stabilization to the Action 7 or 8. So next thing, let's see, Pocket 4. What I'd like to see them have, what developments? I would like it if they could extend the top. So the bit at the top there rotates the gimbal head. If they could extend up from the body, because a lot of their things are moving in that direction. So rather than sticking the whole thing on the end of a tripod, I would just like that bit at the top to extend up and down. So they might change the size of it. It might get a little bit wider to support that. But I think that would be great if they could do that. I would like them to add a dial on the side for zoom. Now, when I had the Pocket 3 at Christmas in the park, you had to use the up and down buttons, which I natively think of up and down buttons for the gimbal head, so point up and down, and you can set it in, but sometimes it'll be for the zoom. So you'll press the button thinking it's going to tilt the head up, but it actually zooms in, so it's doing what you don't want it to do. So if they could keep that little control thingy to move the head in whatever direction you want it to, and then if they could add a dial on the side like they have with, I think, some of their gimbals, that could control the zoom in and out. It'd be a lot smoother too if they had it function that way. So these are all big physical changes. I'm not sure if they're going to want to change the actual device itself, but I think that would be really cool. Extend the head up, down, dial on the side for the zoom, waterproof. That's a big one for me. Some level of waterproofing, you know. It's not waterproof at all. Let's see, what else? There was one thing I was just thinking. Extend it up and down, zoom control. I just had something on the brain too. Just waiting for it to click. What can make the Pocket 4 better? Like for IRL, we don't need any more resolution. They're all going towards 8K, 8K, 60, whatever. You know, we don't really need that. There's going to be a ceiling for that eventually anyway, you know. In fact, I don't think the slow frame rates are going to help us much either. So, you know, 4K 120 is just crazy. But nice to have, especially if you're going to record some content. I did have something else in mind, but I've forgotten. Pocket or the zoom. So the zoom was the other thing that I was thinking of. So at the moment it can do an optical zoom of 2 times. You can push it further 4 times, but it just doesn't look good. It would be great if they could bump that to 10 times. 10 times which would give it, I think, a 200mm equivalent full frame, because the default, I believe, is 20. I think it's 20. Wider would be great. So you can get the little adapter to the wider. That would be awesome if they could make it more like what I have for Action 4. So the settings I've dialed in now, I like the field of view that it has. I can have it fairly close to me and it'll be quite wide. But yeah, whereas the Pocket 3 is a lot more narrow, so it's closer to being like this at the same distance, so it's quite a bit closer. So in order to get a equivalent look, I have to reach my arm out further. Yeah, it'd be awesome if it was this wide from arm's length, which it isn't. That's it. So they could roll these out in future releases, although the Pocket series seems to be maybe every other year or every second or every third year, so they're not as frequent as the Action series. Now, which of those do I think they will do? I don't think they're going to add a dial on the side. I don't think they're going to make it extend up and down. As much as I really like this, not in the next one, not in the Pocket 4. I believe, from what I've heard, the overall shape of it isn't going to change that much. So we've probably got the same look and physical design as the Pocket 3. Maybe slight improvement, longer battery, more internal storage, that kind of thing. But those other things, like the zoom, they could add into it without changing the physical design at all, you know. So go from the 2 times optical to 10 times, they could do that. Maybe that works with the high resolution. But you just don't want to lose the loss in quality as you zoom in, like the Pocket 3 does. Waterproofing, if they could put that in there, but keep the same design, you know. Okay, alright, so Pocket for Action 7. Better Wi-Fi on there, better Bluetooth, better all those things. SRT, unlikely, but that would be cool. Silly, is there any option to auto blur people while filming rather than, well, Moban does. It's the app that I'm using right now. I wonder if it works with an external camera. I don't know. I could try. I don't know if that's the right one. I haven't quite remembered. Yeah. Kind of. Except it's blurring me instead of everyone else. I think you have to be right in the middle for it to work. I'm going to try and do a screen share as well. Yeah, okay. But there is an option where you blur other people rather than blurring yourself. And display quick buttons. Now what was it? Face, movie, twin, mic, mute, camera level, blur faces. So I guess that is it. Yeah. So it's that one there. I wonder what the star is. These are a few new filters that they added. Alright, maybe we should grade the weather and move to that side where there's more people. Oh yeah, this is Mobin. Really, really good at it. So many cool features in it. So we're going to be a blurry me for a little bit. Just going to pop my iPhone on a charge. Okay, are we charging? Quiet. Alright, try again. Wakey, wakey, bango, battery bank. Cable plugged in. Yeah, okay, cool. Pop that in here. I'll just have it sitting on the top. Now I have my coffee cup, which I am gonna pop into the bin. Hey Jada, Happy New Year. Oh. How are you? How was your New Year's? Oh. We'll pop into the Brother Mart. We're using a blur filter. It's supposed to blur people's faces. But I don't know if it works. Let's cross over to the mall. Oh, I can hear the scratchy noises of the mic against my top. Oh, actually, we can point it towards this sign, right? It's got people's faces on it. We'll see if it works. We're going to blur their faces. This video thing. I detect if there are people's faces on here. Working. Just make sure that the photo's still on. Yeah, it's supposed to be on. Blurred. I'll fix this way. There's even blurry. Now it's easier with the Pocket 3 because it has variable aperture. You can pop the camera on you So you're in focus, everything else is blurry. So that's one way. Just get a box tree and then point the camera at yourself. So is everyone blurry? Happy New Year. What a crack! Is your face presented? Yeah, it's not perfect. Yeah, it's not gonna... Well, actually, you could probably use a OBS filter. There was one that I downloaded ages ago, and it was actually really good. So that's another way you could do it. And then you just use a chat command to turn it on and off. You like a privacy mode, you know. Okay. Dinner. What's for dinner? Yeah. Good thing our camera is waterproof. iPhone's waterproof. Although I might have a problem with the charge. But the cable in it, it'll just say water detected and want me to unplug. But I'm not going to be in the rain for very long. Ugh. I guess we're going to see the hut Christmas. I don't think there's ever been a Friday where they haven't been out. I wouldn't blame them. What are these? They're not really people. Thinking that it's not going to blur their faces. Oh shucks, I forgot to charge the Action. And I popped the Action 4 on the charge too. We're like on 3% battery. One momento. Okay, are we charging? Nope. Try again. Only 2% battery remaining. Yeah, we're charging now. Woo, lucky. So we've been an early end to our live stream, which means we've been streaming for about 90 minutes. So what does it say? 113 minutes on 2%. That a blurry face mannequin? Smaller face than the other one. Kinda, not really. It doesn't know. It's like undecided. I think we might stop with a blurry face. Oh, Yannick! Hey brother, Happy New Year. Did you ever try to stream from Westfield Mall? I have. I've gone through the one in Newmarket. But I try not to stream through malls. They usually have security looking out for people with their cameras and things. Tried 3 days ago, but yeah, the security guard asked you to stop doing that. So that's why I basically stick to outside public areas. Don't go into stores and things because they're all like that. And it does depend on your gear. If it looks very pro. Like a lot of them don't notice the pocket cameras. I saw a lady with her Pocket 3 walking through the Newmarket Mall, and you know, you don't even really see them. So yeah, my one on a little mini tripod would probably be okay. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing now. I wouldn't have my phone out like this. Was that? Or maybe. Actually, what I have done is I've held it like this. Minus the cables. Because all I have to do is just point the phone down and I'm looking at my phone. You see? Oh, do I still have that photo up? So do you see? Got the hand holding the Action 4 here. Need to work on the weight this year. Need to work on the weight. Eat more better. Eat better. Work out more. That is goal. New Year's resolutions. How are your resolutions going, folks? Yeah, so that makes it a little bit smaller, the Action 4. Yeah, hold it like that. And then, you know, holding it this way. And then you just have to be a little more discreet. And I basically just zip through. I don't hang around in malls. There isn't really one. Poultry in Motion on Twitch. He had a couple of recommendations. I think one of the cheapest was anti-scuff for $50. That's $50 US a month. And that would give you 720 60p Obvious in the cloud. You're not going to get cheaper than self-hosting. $1080p, I think that was 60. So you'll pay more than $50 US a month, which is quite the investment. I would have a look around. There are those companies I mentioned earlier. Anti-Scuff is one, IRL Hosting, IRL Toolkit, Unlimited IRL. There are some of the more well-known brands. Pricing tends to be around 100 USD a month, which is, you know, it's quite a bit. Ooh, yes. Yikes. Got the iPhone in there. iPhone in the back. So that's everything in there. Got the Nighthawk on the outside. So Nighthawk from Masingo. Thank you, Masingo. 4141. Shout out to Masingo. Shout out to Silvery Bay. Is there anything free? I don't even want to spend that $10. Port forwarding, there you go. If you can do that, now that largely depends on your setup. Port forwarding is the way to go. But it also means a lot more work. I think it's actually worth it. The convenience of having a service like BattleBox Cloud, $10 a month. I can do port forwarding, but I choose to use BattleBox Cloud. But BattleBox Cloud isn't the only service that offers SRTLA or even RIST. There's a couple out there. Good thing we moved when we did. Oh, what about our, Oh, it's got like a little river here. Alright. Okay. Oh, yeah. Cold. Yeah, we're not getting very far. Big gap. I think it's going to ease up, eh? Right. Let's go into this little alcove. Well, I don't know what services IRL Toolkit offer. Let's see. Okay, let's have a look. Let's grab my other phone. Oh, there he is. Hey, my bro. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Whoa. Yeah, happy New Year. First stream of the year. Now what were we? Let's see. IRL Toolkit. Oh, not restream. Why did it come up first? Alright, there is an option. That's one of them. IRL Toolkit. Ah, it's crazy, yes. Hi. Whoa, whoa. Good timing, I think. It only just got real bad like this. Look at it. Like, I've been stuck in one spot. I thought I would go for a walk, but nah. Okay. Alright, so looking at the IRL Toolkit website, they have okay, blah 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 blah. Their standard plan is $129 a month. Gives you 1080p 60 with bitrate up to 7,500 kilobits per second. Twitch chatbot for alerts and commands. No setup fee. Cancel, resub anytime. So they got their own servers. RTMP, SRT, SRTLA ingest are single generic, so you can use any of those. That's handy. Although, you know, $129. So you can RTMP or SRT stream, and you can multi-stream up to 2 concurrent destinations or platforms. 2. Why not 3? 3 is the magic number. Twitch technically. So that's 129. 179. Oh, okay. Did I only go up from there? So 179 uncapped maximum resolution. So maybe if you wanted to do 4K to YouTube, maximum output bitrate, uncapped. So basically full speed on everything. Okay, so 129 or 179. That's serious money. I think you need to make a bit. Make a bit for that one. Anti-scuff. Let's have a look. Anti-scuff. Next company. Anti-scuff. Welcome to Anti-scuff. Leveling up the lives of streamers. So cloud OBS hosting. They've got 50 US a month. Quick support for the okay. 24/7 365 live support. 30 locations worldwide. That's good. What do you get? Right, stream in high quality up to 1080p. Keep streaming live even with low 45G chatbot. Okay, so what's this? The $50 packages. Okay, let's have a look. Hi, it's a 720p 30 or 60 for 50 euros a month. Basic overlays, alerts, disconnection, chatbot, up to 8,000 kilobits, SRT or RTMP ingest, works with Box Live View, yeah, so that's the one that Poultry mentioned. And then, well, it just goes up from there. So $60 a month, 1080p, 30, 60, FPS, alerts, disconnect protection, live view, works with IRL Pro, lyrics. And then, well, we've got more and more. So $90 a month. Yo. Hold on, let me check that. Was that a resub? A re-up? DJ Win just resubscribed for tier 1, 8 months. Thank you, my bro. Thank you. Wait, I gotta do the... Thank you. Happy New Year. Much love. Happy New Year. Hold on. Let's see. Happy New Year, my bro. And then Snarish, what app are you using to view chats in the phone? Fire alarms are going off. Yeah. How? How are the fire alarms happening in this weather? How is there a fire in this? Someone managed to find a way. This app that I'm using here, this is Moblin. I'm using it to treat, and I'm also using it as my chat phone. I can hear the TTS and everything through this. Doing a screen share, so it should pop up, you know. Yeah, that'd be it. Or maybe it's a false alarm, someone being an egg, something like that, you know. Or when I used to live in a hostel, shared thing, there were people who'd forgotten their food on the oven, so you know, it started a fire, set off the alarms. So it could be something like that. Cat stuck in a tree. Maybe that's what they're doing. Cat in a tree. Fire rescue team are gonna help. Don't know. Actually, fire trucks help with all sorts of emergencies. If there's an accident, they usually have these big claws of life thing that will just tear a car apart to help folks who are trapped in their vehicles. So they do that sort of thing too. So legends. Okay, back to plans. $90 a month. I'm getting up there in price. Remote OBS for professionals. So basically it gives you access to like a remote computer, and I think they will even install, yeah. So all required pre-installed apps: Sammy, StreamerBot, Noel, OBS, remote control app. So you know, you got basically everything with that one. And you know, $90 a month. We had the other ones which are like 120. I guess it depends which one, you know, which service you like, or I would listen for people who have used these services and what their thoughts are on them. Oh, weather's gotten a little bit better. Now, IRL hosting. Let's have a look. Okay, I have used this company for an RTMP endpoint. That was $10 a month, but let's see what they've got for other things. Stream Saver, so for $40 a month, 720/60, basic disconnect protection, endpoint relay included. Yeah, hey, there we go, budget friendly. That's not bad. 720/60, basic disconnect protection. I wonder what that means. $60 a month. They have a virtual private server shared. Shared anything is usually not great. 1080p 60, unlimited bandwidth, disconnect protection, endpoint relay included. That's $60 a month. Intermediate, $80. Semi-bare metal, virtual private server. 1080 60, unlimited bandwidth, getting better. $130 a month. Dedicated server, bare metal. Yeah, that is better. So as soon as your server is shared with other things, you're going to hit bottlenecks. But you know, the price is up there, $130 a month. Streaming 4K 60, unlimited bandwidth, disconnect protection, and then they do more than that, like the RTMP endpoint. So we've got, who have we covered? IRL to unlimited IRL, that's the other one. Now they might only do unlimited, they might only do backpacks. I forget, so I'll just have a look. Unlimited IRL. Use cases, business, careers, products, other services. Okay, yeah, so there's just gears, I guess. Need advice, chat with an expert, TV1, backpack. Business, live, DJi, Sony, capture the moment. Maybe they help you put together something. Got some big names there. Ready to stream your story. Explore our products. So featured, backpack, Live Solid Pro, TVU1, get a quote, configure. But they come with services as well. So maybe they just help you get the gear and then connect you with the services. I don't know, I've never used these guys before. This is quite interesting. The receiver, $299. Yeah, that's a cool idea. So we've looked at 4 companies: anti-scuff, IRL hosting, IRL toolkit, and unlimited IRL. So I would recommend checking them out yourself, folks, and then see what works for you. Oh, Box Cloud too, but they only offer an SRTLA relay. They don't do cloud OBS service. Just checking comments. Okay, yep, I've seen those. Right. Okay, the iPhone. Oh, okay, we had a question there. Any new toys? So I personally don't have any toys. There is something that I'm looking at, but probably unlikely to buy. Like, I want to improve my Wi-Fi or my wireless connectivity. So there is a device that's coming out in the first quarter of this year, maybe in March, and it is a travel router Wi-Fi thingy called the Moody 7. I'm thinking it's going to be right up there in price, like a Nighthawk, that kind of pricing, 1,000 New Zealand dollars. What? Otherwise, there is one that's currently out called the Slate 7, which doesn't supply any 5G, 4G capabilities. So it's got no SIM card, but it does Wi-Fi 7. My goal is to improve the wireless that I have for my action camera, for the Fuji camera to take photos. So that is something that I'd like to improve. I really think I need to get a new phone as well, but I might wait for the 18 Pro Max. Chris, hey Chris, that little emoji there. Yeah, I wonder if like the Slate 7 would help me with the connectivity issues I've had with Action 4 into mobile. Would it be enough? Or maybe just have to not rely so much on wireless, which I'm a really big fan of. I want to do wireless everything, but I know, especially with New Year's, that you just can't. You need a backup. Hi Chris. Hi Chad. Hi everyone. And also, hoping for some big things out of Moblin. Moblin has had a banger couple of years. Since I've been using it, it's just changed so much in that time frame. And with folks like Chris on board helping out, it's just getting better and better, you know. Wi-Fi should probably, you know. The thing is, it's hard to determine where the problem is. That's the thing. Is it the Action 4? Is it the Wi-Fi in the Action 4? Maybe it's the, like I use the S23 Ultra as a hotspot. And, you know, the other day it said I had no internet. So is it that? Is it, who knows?
Or your phone is like
Yeah, so this year I want to try and figure it out. Yeah, so my old iPhone, like I'm still on the iPhone 11, which, you know, I've got one 4G device, the iPhone 11, or the Nighthawk M2, which is 4G. Maybe I need more than that. Maybe the 4G has been the better part of the setup. I don't know, and I want to figure it out. So one plan, especially after what happened in New Year's, is to switch connections. So rely too much on a dollar box stream. Maybe switching to port forwarding would have fixed things. Don't know. The Audacity. Wait a minute. Let's see. New choice. So I have access to a Pocket 3. It's not my Pocket 3, but if I ask nicely from one of my flatmates, I can use it. I'm glad I didn't ask for today, because who knows, might have died on us, and then I would have to pay for pay for a new Pocket 3. And I'm wondering what's going to happen with the Action 7 this year. I want them to put better Wi-Fi chip. If they could stream SRT, I think that would be huge for the Action camera. Because they rely on RTMP, you're sending RTMP from that into Moblin. If we could go SRT from the Action 4 into Moblin, what a huge improvement that would be, you know? We can do H.265. Ah. Yeah. RTMP is too chunky of a protocol to send. Like it is fine. It's been around for forever, but they need something new. They can't rely on RTMP forever, right? Not for the next 10 versions of Action cameras. Not going to keep using RTMP. They need to move on. I don't think anyone has done it yet, so someone needs to pave the way. Maybe iCoco will do it. I used one of their live streaming cameras in 24, 25. We need a company to show everyone else, hey look, there's other technologies out there. Stop using this old stuff. Fire alarm's going off. Okay, so I'll read some of those messages. I got those. Oh, you would need quite a lot of what do you call it? Quite the hardware. Upgraded processors, all that sort of stuff. Yep, that'd be awesome. Oh, on both ends, right? So you need to encode, decode, or re-encode, whatever. So my iPhone probably couldn't cut it. So I reckon they could probably tune it out in, let's say, maybe not the Action 7, maybe the Action 8. I think everyone's still testing the waters like YouTube are with, oh hold on, UVC. I'm thinking of something else, AVC I think. What's that new protocol? UVC is at a yes. But we won't have that for iPhones, right? I need something that will work for my iPhone. Wireless. Oh, codec. New codec or something. Brain's a bit mush. Okay. Are we good? I think we're good. We're fine. Put the phone down. Let's have another look at our description. We've talked hardware, talked software with Mobo. More updates. I'm sure what will come out of Mobo this year. What do you guys think? Will we hear anything from IRL Pro? I'm thinking probably not. I've seen some apps go. So IRL Link is no longer being worked on. I first heard about that from Chris. So no more IRL Link. So at the moment we have, let's see, Stream Buddy, which I like. Subscription based to unlock all the features. I got Mobin, great app for chat. So that's my preferred chat app right now. But that's iPhone only. That's it, I think. Just those two. Those are the big ones right now. Stream Buddy. Oh, real-time chat. So there's another one. Real-time chat, Mobin, and Stream Buddy. We've lost IRL Link and we've lost IRL chat. They've crossed the digital rainbow bridge. And Mobin is on the up and up. That's one I'm going to tell everyone to use. Great app. You do need an iPhone though. Get an old one like my one and you'll be able to make it work. Okay. iPhone 18 Pro Max. I think with the next iPhone, I think they're going to go for square-like sensors for the back camera. I think they've only done it for the front, so that you can get like a landscape mode while your phone is held like this. I think they're going to do that to maybe the back normal camera. Because I would like to use an iPhone like this. Well, iPhone's in my bag, but you know, I'd like to use my phone like this, but still use the cameras in like landscape mode, you know. So the only way I can do that right now is by cropping. I have to crop into the picture, but you're losing pixels at the top and the bottom. And if you don't want to lose resolution for that cropped image, then you can bump up your video resolution to, let's say, 2K, but you're still missing pixels at the top and bottom, and it is like zoomed in. It's not the same as when you don't rotate it. Yeah, because I really like using Mobin like this way, you know, portrait style. Hey, the weather got better. How about that? There are actually folks about. Even in this. While also continue our test, photography camera app can't do that today. So we will have to, I'll see if I can get it working again for next time. I can show you what it looks like. I won't take a photo though, it's a bit busted. So here's the latest version of the app. So I've changed these here a little bit different, not circular icons. So when you rotate, see how they rotated? It's like the Samsung camera does that. What? 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 So you can select the filter and then that'll adjust the look. Ooh, look at the puddles. So a little bit moodier. Got a vignette. But I'll leave it there. Yeah, it's a bit broken right now. I keep changing it. Making little improvements and then that breaks me. 5 steps back. Okay, what do we have? Question there. Hello, KK. KK. I'm making a cloud OBS service of my own, similar to IRL Toolkit. What would you say is the most important feature of a cloud OBS service for you? Let's see. Wow. I won't say just for me. People who usually sign up to a service like that, they want it to be available worldwide. So they want services not just in like the west coast of the US. They'll want servers in the east coast, UK, let's say throughout Southeast Asia. So I think that's a very important part. And so a lot of those companies, and you know, you'd want to have a look, see what they offer. You'll see that they'll have 30 servers worldwide, something like that. You know, they'll have a number. You'll want redundancy, so if one server goes down, it's going to switch to another server, because you always want that stream to be up and running. So that's important too. And then you can go into things like resolution. So based on the ones that we looked at, they had offerings of 720 3060, 1080p 3060, and then there was unlimited if you wanted to stream at 4K. So that is a little more hardcore. Bitrate is pretty important, so up to 8,000 kilobits for Twitch, and then maybe unlimited after that. Perhaps a lower bitrate, 6,000. And then as a streamer, you want to be able to remotely log in and restart your service. So let's say it just dies for whatever reason. So you want to be able to remotely start and stop it. And when you do that, it's just going to go live to wherever. Maybe multi-streaming. Multi-streaming support for Twitch, Kick, YouTube, wherever. From there, disconnect protection. Because you want the viewers to be able to see something when you're disconnected. So that's another key part. But I don't think all of them offered that. You know, there were a few that did. Mr. Egg, Happy New Year to you. Yeah, I would check out those websites that I was going over earlier. Yeah, I think there were a few that said basic disconnect protection and then maybe an advanced one. I don't know. I think when you say basic disconnect protection, you kind of expect that there'll be an advanced version. Maybe basic is like maybe it's just like a default video clip that plays. Whereas when the advanced one is where you can specify what video clips or whatever you want to happen. I don't know. Hey, all good. Mr. Egg. Well, it is. It's just the way I talk. That is my accent. All good. Happy New Year. You have a good one as well, Mr. Egg. See you next time. I think that's us, eh? I think we're good. Yeah, it's quite a bit of stuff, eh? Quite a bit of stuff for a remote OBS. But if you got the know-how, yeah, go for it and good luck. You are welcome, KK5. Yep, I'm on the Action for today. Let's check that battery. It should be charged now. 98%, yeah. They're pretty good. Let's go back to being wireless. Oh no, iPhone's not charging. Which probably means... Oh no, iPhone's okay.
You've met yourself before.
Gonna switch my things around. It is, I got like a quick release. So I'm switching them around so that the iPhone is on this one. And then I got a different one. So it could be hanging like that. So that one, I'll just pop into my pocket. So I've always got access to the iPhone. Oh, nice. Oh no. Were you using RTMP mode? Because I think the streaming issues are related to UVC. So, with the cable. I don't have one, so I don't know. But I've heard there are connectivity issues with it. Maybe you got a good one. Yeah, if you have it connected to a bella box, for example, via USB-C, then maybe that's where the connectivity issues are. RTMP to modem, yeah. Okay. Maybe that's it. RTMP is fine. Maybe you need to hear from more folks. No problem? Yeah, okay, so there's two folks who have the Action 5 and use RTMP mode. So RTMP mode seems to be okay. At least out of the two folks that have it. The one that I have heard that has connectivity issues has a bella box and they're in Japan. So you know, you can't use 5 gigahertz over there. So your best bet is to have it connected with a cable. So 2 RTMP, fine. 1 USB mode, not so good. I wonder if it's similar with the Action 6. Happy New Year. Hope your one is good. Hope you celebrated. Had a good time, not too much of a good time. Didn't get into any trouble, I hope. You know? Been looking for a bit. Hey, monkey bananas. And a bit of physical therapy. Oh, okay. Very important. That's the one. All good, no worries. Well, we tried to stream New Year's Eve. I don't know if you were there for that. Chat got pretty crazy, hard to keep track of it. And well, kind of it died on us. We needed it to work. Lots of learning lessons out of that. Oh yeah, Action 6, nice. Okay, UPC HDMI mode with fine for you. Oh, okay. Actually prefer it over USB webcam mode. Webcam mode doesn't get stable. Oh yeah. That's something I noticed as well. You lose stabilization in certain modes with Action 4 too. So it just depends. Yeah, I think webcam mode by USB, I lose stabilization. Which is a shame. So that's Action 4. Save some pennies. Action 6.
Existence between life and
I'm on the Action 4 today. I'm always on the Action 4. Well, I've had the Pocket 3, but used that a couple of times. When the flatmate is nice enough to let me take it out. Pocket 4 should be out soon. Rumours this month. We'll see. Oh, actually. Yeah, good. It's okay. I wonder if there's anything on the DJi site. I'm just going to have a look. DJi. I don't expect anything for another week or two. Give me a second, guys. Oh, what a memento. Ooh, oh yeah. Up to 30% off. Got some Christmas deals still on. Pocket 3, flip. Nah, nothing. Maybe after they finish their Christmas specials, they might have something new on there. So drones for sure, they've been banned. I don't know about anything else. If it was everything. Let's see. The nighttime live from Adelaide with the Action 6 and the picture was amazing. Oh, nice. Sweet. Oh, he did. Who was he? Someone did. My favorite gear for IRL, in particular screen sharing, gameplay such as Pokemon Go, YouTube, Discord, etc. And I'll show you what the gear is, although you would have seen it already in the thumbnail. But this is what I'm working with. Might look like a bit much. I do have a low-key version of this, which we'll get to. Reconnect. Well, it looks like streamer-bot disconnect protection is working. Maybe. I'm waiting for the preview. Wait for it to come back fully. Be back. Sweet! Yeah, that was weird. Don't know what happened there. So we got a test in. I'm feeling pretty confident about the streamer-bot disconnect protection. In some ways it's not as good as Loop SRT, because that works with everything. Whenever your media source in OBS is glitching, it'll switch scenes for you. The one that I'm using now, it needs a stats page. So as long as you've got something that produces a stats page, like BattleBox Cloud, IRL Hosting, the RTMP endpoint has one. Not sure about other services, but yeah, I was trying it out when I was switching. I've got a chat command to switch between BattleBox Cloud and port forwarding. As soon as I switch to port forwarding, the disconnect protection stops working. Because it needs that stats page to trigger scene switching. So what would be better for a streamer-bot disconnect protection thing would be if it could work like Loop SRT. I'm sure I asked ChatGPT and it didn't know what to do, so... Oh, hold on. Guys, remember this place? We were here for New Year's Eve. And this whole street was lined with people from Sky Tower all the way up there. Yeah, and especially in this spot, people didn't want to walk up the hill either way. So either they started from up there and they stayed there, or they waited down here. They didn't have to climb up the hill like that way. I'll be intimately looking to do more. Cool. All good. Got you on, mate. Thank you. Thanks for that. Appreciate the lurks. Get some steps in today. I'll walk to out here and then back again. And take my water droplets. Haven't seen any strict performers or the maybe the Hare Krishna people, they decided just to do New Year's Eve this year, or this week. Said, oh no, so I'll take Friday off. What do you think? Do you see anything in here? A future of IRL. Got a gimbal. Got a... what is that? A lamp, I think. Got some karaoke microphones. Needs more RGB. Got a laptop thing. Phone holders. Got way too many phone holders. Don't need any more. Oh, these attached to a car. I should really have one that'll stick to a window. Tripods. Humidifier? Okay. Brushless motor. Vacuum cleaner. Is that for keyboard? I need one. Need a keyboard vacuum. That's a bit sus. Massager. Is that a fan? Oh, another one. Another massager. Shaver. IRL shaver. Gimbal stabilizer. Sports wireless headset. I actually need another one. I always need headphones. I don't like the scratchy noises I'm hearing out of my mic. It must be this combination of top, this jacket, and the shirt underneath. Probably more the jacket. I'm hearing scratchy noises. Angel wings. Okay, there's the angel wings thing. Not quite. Alright. I think you have to be like real close. Maybe here. I thought it was a drunk guy down there, but it was 2 security guards. It's funny. Right, let's do something with the mic. Maybe we just have to wear it on the outside. Okay. Mic on the outside. Not really a fan. Sorry about the noise here. Yeah, not really a fan of it like this, but oh well. Sure, we'll get rid of all the scratchy noises. So that's more important. You see, this is quite sad when I look at this place. Smith & Co.'s was here for decades, I think. And every year around this time they would have a Christmas display, little animated things, puppets, with a story that carried from one end to the other end. This year, no. Hopefully the people that made them continue to do that, but for a different store somewhere, you know, because they were really elaborate, pretty cool. You know, it attracts so many people to have a look, go in. Yeah, pretty sad. Smith & Co. is, which is like Johan Myers, David Jones, that kind of department store, a little on the higher end, you know. What was that? Wrestling. Women's champion. New Zealand. IPW. Cool. Some deliveries. Delivery peeps out. I don't really see many of them around, so that guy must be doing well. I think most of them are on holiday. Take a day or two off. New Year's resolutions. I haven't really covered that, have we? On New Year's Eve I mentioned I wanted to work on the weights, wanted to work on the fitness. I suppose another part of that really is food. Actually, food plus exercise affect your weight. So what food you're eating, how much food you're eating, and how much exercise you're able to get in equals weight's going to go up, weight's going to go down. It's all about input, output. So if you're eating more calories than you're burning off, then you're going to gain weight. If you're not eating enough calories, then you're going to lose weight. But ideally, not because you're starving. So one problem I've had is that I really like my sugary foods. The sugar can be very addictive. And then you end up eating other bad foods. So my biggest crutch is sugary stuff and carbs, both of which I love my sugary food and carbs. So sugary things would be my coffees. I love my coffee. When I was on a better fitness plan, the John Cena program that I did a while back, I only had black coffee. So there's no sugar in that, of course. Low milk too. Yuck. Could I do that again? Well, if I'm serious, if you're really serious about a New Year's resolution, you just got to do it, stick to it. It's all about habits, you know. Once you're in a good habit, then try and stick with it. So you can either break bad habits and then start good ones. So I'm currently in a bad habit of too much sugary stuff, too much chippies, too much of that. It's all about moderation, you know. And I'm terrible with moderation. I reckon the best food plan you could be on, best program, is moderation. Also the hardest. Which is why no one really talks about that as a fad or program to do, you know. Except for nutritionists. They're the ones that are going to say, have this size of your meat, this size of your carbs, and this larger size for your veggies. But that's not exciting. And then just have that one serving. So I break that all the time. But that was 2025 me, right? Gonna turn over a new leaf What about you guys? Will 2026 be the one where you're going to take maybe your fitness more seriously, maybe what you eat, or are we going to continue with those bad habits? Okay. Now we've fortunately finished all the bad food we had in the house. It took a little while. We had trifle, heaps and heaps of trifle. I love trifle, but I was basically the only one eating it. I didn't want it to go to waste. Hell no. I only have trifle once a year, Christmas time. So I finished it. Of course, belly, we're paying for it. So I've got to work all that Christmas weight off. Get some steps in, start eating better. And then next year maybe we'll have different goals. What do you guys think? Can you keep me accountable? And say, hey Cliff, how's the program going? $2026. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the chat. Oh, wait a minute. Where's my mobile? Where's my chat? Oh, there's my chat. Oh, it can't. No, okay. There we go. That's better. Sends you a great 2026. Hey, thank you. Happy New Year, guys. Welcome to the stream. Okay. What's happened here? Do we have a whole bunch of people pop in? Well, hello. Hopefully your 2026 is going well. Yeah, it's a bit wet here, down underland here in Auckland. We're just doing an IRL Introspective. We've been talking about IRL, gear, software. Excuse me. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Oh no. Right, I'm not going to catch a cold. Maybe there's hay fever. I do get hay fever. I think there's some freshly cut grass too, so they'll flare up their sinuses. Blakey Blake. Bless you, thank you. Thank you so much. How are you guys? And what is this 24 thing? What is that all about? F24. What does that mean? What is a Blakey? What is an F24? Hopefully it's positive. We're all about positive vibes here, no drama. If it's something to do with drama, something to do with politics, then that's not how we roll. But if it is about something positive, awesome. Oh. How's our lens doing? Any raindrops? No, I think we've managed to keep raindrops off of our lens, so we've been alright. Bless you too. Yeah, find some shelter, proper shelter. Oh, look how cool this looks. Gotta love rain sometimes, you know. Reflections and can we sit under there for a little bit? I know it's not all there waterproof, but oh, wrestling content, nice. Hey, awesome. I used to have a wrestling channel. This is years ago. That was when I was in uni. Myself and my uni friends started a YouTube channel where we talk about wrestling. It was a good time. Whole other life. Now it's still sort of, I assume, pro wrestling. I have to look it up. Oh, whoa, is that the time? Okay. Later than I thought. Sun's still up though. Daylight savings here. I think we've still got like a couple of months. Then it'll start getting dark around 6 p.m. Oh, definitely a whole different vibe from New Year's Eve, you know. You guys are here for that. And it is also a Friday night. You would expect there to be more people. And there were quite a few folks. Now, for a few years, the WWE came here and had performances. I don't think they've been here in a while. Yeah, they did a tour of Australia and New Zealand. Went to a couple of cities in Australia. And they came here for a few years. And then they sort of cut the numbers down. I think they would just go to maybe Sydney or maybe Melbourne. And recently they did a big event in, where was it? I think it was in Perth. Yeah, so that's good. They're actually becoming more of a global thing now. Where before they used to be primarily based in the US. Maybe do an event in the UK here and there, but not one of the major ones. Whereas from what I've heard, seen, some of their major pay-per-views, they're having them overseas now. Okay. F24 for over 3 years, a revolutionary force in creation of wrestling content. Now, let's have a look. Grab my other phone, have a nosy. Now, either be pro wrestling, which I assume would be, or amateur wrestling, which is equally fine. And one of the biggest names in pro wrestling started off as an amateur wrestler. Kurt Angle being one of them, you know. Alright, let's have a look for the F24 peeps. F24, yeah, sure enough. Oh, I see a WWE. What do you reckon?
So I just knock on the window.
Quick shout out. Hey, good viewing numbers. 4,000, 2,000, 1,000. Good job. $20,000 subscribers too. Nice. Smell food. Oh, I haven't had dinner. That's right. Let's see. I'm just going to check something. Oh, wrong one. Wrong thing. Okay. Media Tech, how's it going? Hopefully the weather's nice over there across the ditch. And not like, yeah, very rainy. The thunder could be heard. Yeah, it's pretty bad. But it's fine. We are fine. Anyway, I happen to be wrapping up. So thank you for tuning in. Hello and bye, Media Tech. Yeah, Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to everybody. Thank you for joining me on the stream today. And say a quick thank you for the bro. Or to the bro, DJ Reminisce. Yikes. For resubscribing. Tier 1 for 8 months. Appreciate you, my bro. Everyone else who popped into chat. Everyone who hung out. Wishing you the best for 2026. Can only get better, right? Can only get better. Oh, nice. Bit chilly. Happy New Year. Woo. Yeah, we're gonna head out now. I am doing a Twitch raid for everyone on Twitch. I'm gonna send you guys to DJi, who is an IRL streamer. There's a little bit of everything. But yeah, see you later.